welcome again. We are nearing the end of the second day at the iFX Expo International. And for our next interviewee, we have Max Finn, who is a board member at Blackbridge Investment Swiss. Max, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Adonis, for having me here, especially for this amazing topic.
And this amazing topic is prediction markets.
Yes.
So, we have two sides in this conversation, right? On the one hand are the people who believe that prediction markets are essentially the wisdom of crowds. And yet, we see still the vast majority of flows of volume going towards sports, which kind of negates the idea that you can aggregate human consciousness into probability about all events across the board. So, is the dream of this platform serving as serious forecasting tools for major and political and financial events realistic?
Amazing question. That's actually one of the greatest things to admit, because my prediction is that prediction markets, that type of business, gonna boom and will be one of the most lucrative businesses for next year and next couple years. And why I'm saying so? We can say that, first of all, what is the nature of prediction markets? We all understand that the nature of prediction markets is to bet against different type of events. And we talk like what we mean by different, quite a broad meaning by that. And there is a probability, so it's like 1 and 0, yes or no. So the entrance to this market is extremely easy, and you know yourself, the best experts in economy and politics, they're taxi drivers, they're barbers. So normal people that they live their normal life, and they want as well to participate in this type of let's say opportunities, and prediction markets, they allow them to do so. But on the other side, definitely we know that, especially related to emotional decisions, and in that case we talk about feelings a lot, about emotions behind decisions to bet. Sports, of course, people they fond of it, and as well they have a culture of sports betting. So what we can say is, on one side, prediction markets industry, they're trying to have politics or economy in the front to show respectable part behind that. But on the other side, they are not allowing themselves to get rid of that lucrative business, which is sport bets. So I'm sure that will be one of the most crucial things, you know. By the way, Kalshi and Polymarket, they were advertising their services in that way, that you have to bet, come and bet on these kind of events. And now they reduced that type of advertisement. They're trying to show more respectable part, you know, of that, of participating, of potential clients in that industry. And that because it's a crucial decision now, you know, about court itself. So it will be you know, huge and critical decision for them. Is it going to be ruled in their favor, in favor of federal administration and regulation of this kind of industry in the US, or it's going to be on the state level? Because if at state level, if the court will decide that that's iGaming or betting side, which is bolder than other sides in predictions and these type of contracts, so in that case they have to deal with the states. And we know that states, they have their own limitations. So first of all, it's age, taxes, the taxonomic is different there. And as well, another side, there are already mature players there. They have their own connections. they built this business generation by generation, and when it goes to the framework of betting or iGaming, it's another type of relations where actually they have to build from scratch. So from my point of view, definitely that business gonna stay with us for longer. In what shape, how fast it's gonna grow as well, it depends on the regulatory framework. So we have to watch that closely. But for us as business, we can see that it's a huge opportunity to participate. So now everything depends on how this game will be played by main players, main companies in this industry.
That 1-0 looks early familiar, especially this side of the Atlantic. Some will say it's binary options in sleeker clothes. How can we distinguish prediction markets from binary products of yesteryear?
Amazing question. So first of all, we have to analyze, I believe, not what happened to binary options, but what was behind the decision, why binary options were limited or banned. So I have actually the quote, I saw the quote of Stephen Major, which was the former ESMA chair. So when they were taking this decision, what was the philosophy behind that? So they told that the prohibition is needed to protect investors. And I believe that's a key point, because on one side, we talk about completely different philosophies. So we have EU and UK, which are quite harmonized in their angle on iGaming industry, and we have US, which is trying to capture momentum and all the opportunities related to crypto, related to new type of businesses like prediction markets as well. So they trying to create, let's say, capitals of these kind of businesses, and we know that especially new administration, or let's say the second time new administration, they have that as a plan, and all their regulators, they follow in this plan. So considering decision of ESMA and their approach, seeing prediction markets as a binary option, I believe that it's in the same category. They trying to protect retail clients, and in case of retail clients, if you take a look at the nature of prediction markets business now, it's only small percentage is regulated. The huge part is unregulated. It's offshore, it's on blockchain, on crypto. So most of the time it's not properly passing through KYC, AML procedures. And it gives a huge room of manipulation. And we know that that's the key threat to the nature of business. So what regulators trying always to follow is to make things clear. So they should be rules of the game, right? So everybody has to know that, okay, I'm playing the fair game. And I saw some interesting statistics, by the way. There are platforms that showing bots trading on prediction markets. So I was a little bit shocked, because I saw that around maybe up to 7% of accounts in prediction markets, they trade around 80% of volume.
That's alive.
So it means that if it's not controlled, not regulated, it can be automated and actually manipulated as well on technical side. So it's very similar to binary options when retail clients, they have conflict of interest with the brokerage or the platform that provide them these binary options, and they don't have most of the time fair results which they can rely on. I believe that's the main key point. So in case if we will see transformation of the industry in the way that prediction market companies, platforms, they will be able to organize that in the way that everything will be transparent, based on rules, clearly identify which instruments or type of contracts should be there, which ones they shouldn't, and so on and so on. So in that case, definitely there is a way for regulators, especially in Europe and UK, to support this industry by proper regulation and so on. But otherwise, I truly believe it's going to be a hard time for prediction markets anyway, that regulation. But definitely on the other side in US, we have to see how things will go with the midterm elections for Trump administration. And we know that this industry was supported by Trump administration. So it had some hard times during 21, 25. Even, we have FBI searching and so on, houses of some founders, etc., etc. So it was the main thing, like the main theme, intrusion to and manipulation of elections. But definitely there are some other stuff behind that. Anyway, new administration, they really want to regulate it now to make a proper safe box for this business, bulletproof safe box, and even after them to keep this industry alive in some maybe other way with transformation and so on, but to keep it alive. So I truly believe it's going to happen.
Is this regulatory ambiguity one of the reasons why we haven't seen many brokers expanding into prediction markets? I mean, they are always looking to add more products in this multi-asset race, but we haven't seen a lot, not a lot, we actually seen only a couple venture into the space.
Interesting question. During iFX now, we have a couple of white label providers, companies that actually already cooperating with capital, with crypto.com, etc., etc. So the solution is already here, and even themselves, they saying, we created this solution, and we're not expecting to have much demand on that. I clearly understand that. It's like happened with crypto. Ourselves, even being inside of brokerage, it was always a big question mark. So shall we add instruments that naturally they don't belong to us?
Yeah.
What is the value behind that? How long this instrument's going to be in the market? Because it's a potential reputational threat, right? So in case if something going to happen, you have other part of the business which you have it for many, many years, and definitely you care about that. So main question, how they see this business do they see it as a solid business, the one that they can rely on and integrate inside of their business model? I believe that not at the moment, but definitely they're gonna see books of Robinhood. Robinhood as well. They I believe they integrated a couple platforms like Alshare and so on, and more than 1 million of their clients already trading there. So it's a huge upside for any business. And I remember one of the reasons why, for example, we integrated crypto was okay. Now there is uncertainty on conventional instruments markets and traditional instruments market. So young generation especially, they prefer to trade crypto. It's something that is booming. And I believe that the same thing going to happen with prediction markets. So after proper regulation by CFTC and results, which I feel that probability is quite high that they're going to win that core, other platforms and brokerages, they will feel that that's something that is a part of missing opportunity. For sure, they're going to do that even more than prop trading because there is more logic behind it. I mean, economically, from marketing point of view, you will be able to tackle any kind of target group. Because for trading, or even for prop trading, it requires some kind of financial knowledge. So it requires
The
clients.
rules of the game are just too many.
Exactly.
Whereas prediction markets, as was at the beginning, you have a yes or a no.
Exactly, and everybody has its own opinion. And for example, okay, is it gonna be Trump or somebody else? Is it gonna the war in some countries gonna stop and gonna continue? And everybody has opinion. Everybody is an expert. As well, on the other side, I believe, one of the reasons why this industry is gonna boom, because people, they prefer to to take emotional decisions. They want to do betting, but it doesn't have that proper reputation in society. But here, it's like trading or participating in analysis of different financial and political events, and in that case, the entrance to the market is much easier. So it's something like we saw with brokerages, with the forex industry, but here you don't meet all that pre-qualification criteria. You don't meet all that hard work in advance, and you just have to decide yes or no.
Okay, I want to wrap this conversation by talking. If I'm a broker, right, and I decide that, okay, I'm going to add prediction markets into my offering, what is the most important strategic shift that I need to make?
Amazing question, because for us as business as well, we're looking to, we're exploring different opportunities. And definitely the first question here is how solid this business is gonna be, what risks actually it may add to us before we think about value or any kind of profits, right? So in that case, the main risk here is regulatory policy, and that's why, first of all, brokerage has to identify where these kind of services they have planned to provide, which region, how they have to deal with regulators there. For example, there is a good start by Gibraltar. They created regulation for it. Malta as well is now looking into it. And it means that definitely from legal point of view, first of all, you have to be in the safe side as a business, because it can be kind of threat that potentially may destroy all the business parts. So the first point is your legal vessels, licensing, and as well, I believe based on that, all brokerages, they already, if they already have presence in the regions, they have that instruments like on marketing side, on payment side, on sales team, etc., etc. So all assets already there, all instruments already there. So it's going to be quite easy for them and even easier to promote. So that's why most probably these brokerages, they want to sit back now and they watching what's going to happen with the US, what's going to happen with ESMA, FCA, etc. And most probably already they have horses in the stable already.
And they are waiting to release them.
Exactly, yes.
Max, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for that amazing discussion. I enjoyed so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.